Hello everyone, this video is a Little Nightmares 2 No Deaths 100% run. I'll be showing you how to get all the collectibles and all of the achievements or trophies throughout this video. You can do them all in one playthrough, so I'll show you where to get all the hats, all the glitched remains, and like I said, all of those achievements and trophies that you can get throughout the entire game. Thank you all very much for tuning in. If you want to show some support to me, just drop a like on the video or maybe a comment, that helps me out a lot. If you want to support me out even further than that, you can always check out my live stream channel. That should be linked down below in the comment section. Just head over to twitch.tv/ifreams if you can't find that link. Again, thank you all for being here. Let's get this going. Okay, let's go. Small cutscene to start the game here. Just like Little Nightmares 1. So, all collectibles, all side achievements throughout this run. I won't be using any speedrun skips. We'll do all the normal strategies to get through everything in this game, just in case there's any areas that are causing you problems. But yeah, let's get going. You can get all of the achievements in one single run for this game if you want to, if that's your thing. Starting out, we just need to run to the right here. You might want to line yourself up with these leaves for the jump. Also, jumping is quicker than running in this game, so you'll see me jumping instead of running straight a lot of the time, although it doesn't really matter. There's only certain areas where it's really useful. Like I said, speed isn't really a big thing for me during this run. It's more about just getting through safely, no deaths, of course. Although, I did want to mention that this is a segmented run. I did this chapter to chapter. I would love for there to be an achievement or trophy for getting through the game without dying, but there isn't one like there was in Little Nightmares 1. I guess that's because this game is significantly harder in areas than Little Nightmares 1 was. You need to jump the trip rope here. There is an achievement for getting through this first section with all the traps without dying, and that's called Evasive Prey. So by getting through all of these, or this first area, when you get to the house, you'll get an achievement there. But for now, we're just moving on. Let's keep going. Squeezing through the roots. And just keep running forward here to get away from this lock. Jumping does help a little bit if you want to gain some extra distance. So we need to go over here and up into this turned over log and jump and grab onto this noose. If you just fall instead of jumping, you can save yourself a little bit of time, but it doesn't really matter. We need to crank the crank, bring down the box a bit, hop up on it, and then hop across the gap. And away we go. Nice and easy so far. This run's going to be about 2.5 hours. For anyone who's interested, I should be uploading this run without commentary. If you just want to watch the gameplay, you're not really interested in my guide. Although, if you're looking for collectibles, I'd advise watching. If you come down to the right here, you can find your first glitched remains underneath the tree. You do have to climb up the bridge that we're about to climb up now, but swing down here first, grab that collectible. Also, I should mention I'll probably be putting out a video that just shows the location of all the collectibles and how to do the achievements, just so you can pick what you'd rather watch, whatever format you'd rather watch this in, whether it be like a full run like I'm doing here, or just cut into the chase with the collectibles and achievements. Entirely up to you. They should be linked in the description if you're looking for a particular something. So pick up the shoe, chuck it up onto the ledge, throw it into the trap, climb up the log, jump up this ledge. Very straightforward stuff so far. And I'm going to come down here and avoid the traps that are on the floor, kind of a zigzag pattern. Jump across onto the log. And over here to grab this stick. There we go. And use the stick to set this trap off. And down we go. Nice. Okay. So slide underneath the log we just slid down and come under here, and you can find another one of the glitched remains. That's our second one. I think there's 4 in each chapter. I'm pretty sure all of the chapters have 4. So grab that stick, smack it into the bear trap to set off all the bear traps, pick up a pine cone, do a short throw into the leaves at the bottom of the screen to set those off, and then a far one towards the platform we got to jump to here to set the rest off. And I just couldn't get onto the platform here, so here we go. Eventually got onto it, onto the log, jumping across onto the ladder, and that plank will fall off and set off the bear trap. But once you reach this area around here somewhere, you should get your achievement if you haven't died. Evasive Prey is what that one's called. Kind of an easy one to get though, once you get used to that area. If you've played the demo, you might have got through there without dying anyway. You won't see many achievements popping for me because I went through and sort of practiced, figured out everything I've got to do, but I'll explain them all to you. So there's another achievement here when you get into the kitchen. If you jump up and open the refrigerator right here, you'll get an achievement called What's in the Box, I think. Yeah, what did you expect to see in here? So come towards the screen and then over to your left and you can find our first hat. We need that hat to get an achievement later in this chapter. We don't need to put it on just yet, but you will need to wear that hat when dealing with the hunter, and that will get you an achievement. There's a few achievements throughout the game where you have to wear a certain hat and do a certain thing to get the achievement to trigger. That was actually the last achievement I needed, because when I did it the first time I wasn't wearing the hat. So come down the stairs, over to the right, grab this axe, and then drag it over to the left. And we're going to smack open the door. Easy. This is where we first meet 6. She doesn't look like herself at the moment, but we're going to try and reach out for her. And she's going to be all mad and run away from us. Come here, mate. Off she goes. So, there's a couple of achievements tied to interacting with 6. You can get those in a second, but we need to catch up to her first. So let's head to the right here, back up the stairs. All the way up. And back through the door. She heads over to the right. We're going to keep following her. Around the table. Climb up the drawers here. Or the shelf. And through the vent that she just went through. And she's going to need our help doing this. So this is where 6 befriends you. Okay. So help her out. Open the loft trap by pulling the switch. And then when you regain control here, this is where you can get those achievements that are tied to interacting with 6. You can get them anywhere where you're with her, but you need to talk to her 26 times by using the call button. So if you just keep spamming the call button, eventually you'll get that achievement. And there's another one tied to holding her hand for 6 minutes. So you might want to time it. You only get the achievement if you hold her hand for 6 minutes consecutively, and then when you let go is when the achievement pops. So you'll probably want to time that, and you can pretty much just stand there and hold her hand. Eventually it will pop. Obviously I'm not going to stand here and do that 26 times and hold her hands for 6 minutes, because that's going to long out the video quite a bit. But just a quick explanation to get those ones. Pretty easy to get. You can get them anywhere that you're with 6. So we're going to push that suitcase along, hop over the chest there, and then we're going to get a leg up from 6 to get over here and go underneath the shelf so that we can grab the crank that's right here. Those 2 achievements, by the way, are called 26, which is Relax, She Heard You, and the other one is, let me find it, In the Palm of My Hand. Hold tight and we'll be just fine. So when we've grabbed that crank, we're going to come back, chuck it down to 6, and she's going to use it to bring up this body bag type deal over here. And she cranks you up. Jump back. If you let go quick enough, you can stop yourself from staggering when you hit the floor, allowing you to pick the key up a little bit quicker. Again, doesn't really matter too much, but there you go. So, if you've got the Gnome's Attic DLC, you'll be able to follow this gnome. It'll trigger up, and you'll be able to follow him. And he's going to give you a little boost up here. Again, or she's going to give you a little boost up here again, and then you're going to follow him through. Hop up here. He's going to climb all the way up. This allows you to get one of the hats. I'm honestly not sure if you can get the achievement for getting all of the hats if you don't have the Gnome's Attic DLC. I bought it, but I think that if you don't have that DLC, this area is not going to be available to you. When you come up here, you need to open this suitcase, chuck a shoe at this box, and then open the drawer once it starts wiggling, and then jump onto the chair that the gnome goes into 3 times. Okay, and then we can go into the vent. Once you've done all of that, you'll see the gnome here, and you have to sort of stick close to him around the edge of the room so that he walks around, and then you need to pull this box across to him so he can hop on top, and then push it all the way across to the other side. He'll jump across, and then I like to pull it back here because you've got to move it back in a minute to get over to him. So just move it back about halfway, and then come over to the far right of the room, and you'll see this wire mesh door. Wait here. Eventually he'll open it. There we go. And then we need to pull the switch in this room, and that'll turn on the lights. You can see the hat up there. We've got to go around to get up to it. So let's come back this way and pull open this drawer, hop up, and then follow the path around that the gnome just took. Hop across here. Down we go. Grab the hat. And why not put it on for a little bit? That's the one we just got. But that's pretty much all the DLC is. I was kind of a little bit annoyed because I paid for that DLC thinking it was going to be something pretty extensive, or at least, you know, another hour of content or so, or even half an hour, but it's literally just this area. And I think on its own the DLC costs like £8, which is probably like $10 on the different DLC stores, whether you're playing on Xbox, PlayStation or Steam. But I bought the digital version, which was an extra £10, and that was really the reason that I bought it, because I wanted that extra DLC. But yeah, that's all we get out of it. So once we've done all of that, we have to climb through that hole in the wall, go down, pull off the plank. We're back with 6 now outside, use the key and all that stuff. And once you get out here, you want to get 6 to give you a leg up with the outhouse so that you can get the next glitched remains, which is right here. So there we go, that's our 3rd glitched remains of this chapter. There's 1 more to go, and it's at the very end, so we ain't got to worry about those for a minute. Push this box, get 6's help. Push it over. Hop on up. And jump across here. Down we go. And let's keep moving along. Make sure you're crouched at this point and move towards the back of the room, towards the screen. That way the hunter won't hear you. And you've got 2 different kinds of crouch movement in this game. If you hold sprint, you can crouch walk faster, or you can do it normally. You can use the sprinting version to get through that area, so I guess we'll call it sprint crouch or something. As soon as you get outside though, don't crouch walk, just get sprinted as soon as you can over to this box, and when he takes a shot, move on to the next box. Wait behind it. Keep moving. Here we go. Get going, get going. Right. Wait under here. Just wait for the hunter to move on. At this point you can start moving up, and 6 will try and grab your hand. You can hold a hand if you want to, but I feel like it restricts your movement a little bit, so I feel like it's best to let her go and just do this on your own. We're going to come over here, and there's 2 crows on either side of... No, well, there's a crow on either side of the hunter. I like to go for the one that's on the right side of the hunter. When you get close enough for the crow to move, just stop moving. And then the hunter will start moving again. You kind of want to move with him. Just make sure you're not standing in his light and you'll be fine. You should stop around here somewhere. And if we keep moving up, again, if he moves the light over you, just wait. Just stop moving. And we're going to move to the very edge of the grass, so about here or so. And wait for him to scan his light over you, and then we're gonna sprint crouch to the hole. Don't normally sprint here because you'll get yourself hurt and he'll take a shot at you. Sometimes you can make it through the hole, but other times he'll hear you, take a shot, and then you're done for. So get down here and just get moving to the right as fast as you can, because he will poke his shotgun through that hole and take a shot. If you hang around for too long, you will get shot. So let's keep moving. That's the first section with the hunter done. Not too difficult. There are faster ways to do that, but that's a very safe strategy you can copy and get through it every time. So now that we're here, we need to pull this rope bridge up for 6 to jump across. So give it a pull. Wait for her to jump across. Okay. Then we're going to run to the edge of the bridge and shout her. Run back a little bit and then wait for her to be extending her hand out to grab you, and then go for the jump. Climb on up. And in this area you can find the next hat that we need to get. So we're going to come over here, climb up sort of a ladder out of the cages, and then we need to jump back, climb up, jump up and down on the box a few times. Here we go. Get in there and grab the hat. Sorted. So now that that's done, let's put the hat on. We'll try and stay with the most recent hat, unless we need to switch for an achievement or something. Let's get going then. So right here you can just keep sprinting. If you want to be extra safe, you can just follow 6. She'll just kind of go for it, but wait behind that box and wait for the hunter to take a shot. Get behind the next box, wait for him to take a shot again, and then start climbing. He'll take a shot at you here again, but he'll hit the TV, and then we're going to keep going up. Head towards 6. Make sure you press the grab button. She'll pull you up. So here, if you keep sprinting, you'll usually get shot. So if you wait right here or so, he'll take a shot behind you, and you should be able to keep moving. If you go full pelt there, he'll usually shoot you, so just be careful when you're running through that section. I like to stop when I'm running across the left side. You saw me stop for a second, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So right here, let's get underneath the walkway. We're just going to wait for the hunter to bugger off. There are quicker ways to do this. If you just keep going, you can usually make it to the bit where you're crawling underneath the pier, but it doesn't hurt to be patient and just play it safe for this run. I'm not in any particular rush. 2.5 hours isn't really a long video to commentate anyway. So let's get going. We're going to get over here and underneath the pier. Sorted. So right here I'd recommend moving as close to the screen as you can, like towards yourself. And that's because if you're close to the tree stump that 6 is next to right now, and you're in front of her, she'll push you out. And that can result in you getting spotted, which is kind of annoying. I like to let her go across first, and then just wait for the hunter to move his light. And then when you get about halfway across, duck under, like I did there, and you should time it right to get through without getting spotted. Once you get to here, the hunter will leave, but wait, because he'll shine his light over that gap area, and he can easily spot you if you just try and go for it. So once you get here, hop up the ledge, and push over the tree. 6 will come and help you. As soon as you knock it down, run back into the water. And right here, once you reach the end of the log, you can just crouch under the water and move all the way across this gap and you should be fine. Hunter won't see you at all. Plenty of time to do that. We're going to hop up here and climb up these planks. Away we go. Alright, run all the way across. And drop down here. Start crouching when you jump down here, because if you sprint you'll activate these crows earlier, which means the hunter will spot you. But the crows will always spot you even if you're crouching. As soon as they detect you, run for the box. Let him take his shot and then move to the next box. And then run for the shack. Nice and easy. So, if you're looking for the achievement here, you'll want to equip the raccoon tail hat. And then kill this guy with the shotgun. I think this achievement's called Fair Prey. You just basically need to go through this scenario whilst wearing the raccoon tail hat. And that'll get you the Fair Prey achievement. That's the description for that one. I've got a list of the achievements here. Let me see if I can find it. Let's switch back to the raincoat hat as well before we go any further. I think it's something like, it's not murder if they're bad people, right? Or something like that. But that was the last achievement I needed. Like I said, when I first went through that, I didn't equip that raccoon tail hat, so I didn't get that one. But that's pretty much chapter 1 done with. We just need to get across the river here. There's one more glitched remains just before we finish this chapter that's pretty easy to get. It's one of the more obvious ones. This just does take a minute. Kind of relaxing compared to the rest of the game. Really have enjoyed playing this game. I hope they do some DLC for it like they did with Little Nightmares 1. Also, if you haven't played Little Nightmares 1, definitely recommend it if you're looking for guides for that game. I've got some guides for that game. I'll link them around. Right. So, sailing across then. Almost there. A very short chapter. It's like 23 minutes, 24 minutes, something like that. Can be done a lot faster though. There's definitely quite a few skips and glitches that are being found for this game. The speedrunning community never ceases to amaze me. People get through these games so fast and people find out how to break these games so quick these days. It's absolutely crazy. I might speedrun this game a little bit. I tend to do my speedruns on Twitch though, rather than YouTube, although if I do get a decent time I might post it over here. I'm sure I've already mentioned in the intro my Twitch, so I won't keep bugging you about it. I mention it a lot these days. Okay, almost there. This next chapter's not too difficult. There are some tricky moments. But in my opinion, the hospital is the hardest part of the game. Specifically, the areas with the doctor are really annoying. Right, so here we are. Sorted. And the last glitched remain is over here by the TV. Let's run over and grab it. Beautiful. And that should get you an achievement, actually. I think it might be the Wild Kids achievement, which is nothing of us remains in the wilderness. Basically, that's get all the glitch remains in the first chapter. So onto the school then. let's get moving. Very simple stuff here, just moving along to the right. No enemies or anything to worry about here, just keep going. Very eerie scenery in this area. Scenery in this game is really, really great, and so is the sound design. A very fun game. Kind of short though, but short but sweet, you know. Although first time through, I'd say it's probably going to take you 4 or 5 hours to get through on your first attempt. So, get 6 to give you a leg up through that hole, and jump up here, grab the noose, and then you need to kick the TV. 6 is going to call out to you right here. It's kind of cute. Kick the TV to get yourself up. Jump across to the left. Come over here and we need to push the TV in order to get 6 up here. And right here, you don't want to go for the jump too early. If you try and go for the jump too early, 6 won't be ready to grab you and you won't get enough distance. I feel like when she's reaching for you, you get more distance on your jump. So wait for her to be holding her hand out before you do the jump. That way, you'll make it. Come over here to the left, and you can find the fast glitched remains of the school. Again, I think there's 4 in the school. And we come across this way, hop across this gap, and under here. Go through the gap in the door. We've got this fast TV that you have to manipulate in order to look through. Let's go. So you'll need to fail this once, I think, before it'll allow you to do it. You'll see it moving in and then it'll push you back. And then once you do it again, it'll zoom in and take you inside. I'm pretty sure that I think there's 3 or 4 of those TVs. And the first one you have to fail it once, the second one you have to fail it twice, and I think the last 2 you fail 3 times before it will let you in. I'm not sure though, I might be wrong, don't quote me. 6 is going to pull us back after we move down that hallway. Right, and here we are. Alright, so moving off to the right then and hopping through the window. Let's get going. All the way to the right, and we need to pull this dumpster out of the way with 6. Come on, mate. When she pulls that out, we're going to head underneath. And in the back corner over here is another one of the glitched remains. So, head over to the back. And that's the second glitched remain of this chapter. Sometimes you don't see them until you get closer. There's another achievement here involving one of the hats. So you need to come up the stairs, jump over the banister here, and grab the hat. Put the hat on. It's like a football hat. And then you need to run through the goalposts wearing the hat. And that will get you the referee achievement. What's the description for that one? Let's have a look. This game kind of has weird descriptions for the achievements, which can be a little bit misleading. It's hard to figure out what they are in areas. Unorthodox, but they all count. Okay, so once you get up here after climbing the blanket rope, we're going to come up here to the back and through this door. And there's a paper aeroplane in here that we can throw through the window to get another achievement. So pick that up. You won't be able to jump while you're holding the plane. So run all the way back around to where we just jumped in. And around here or so, where the edge of the light is, about there, hold the throw button and you'll throw it through the window, and that will get you the Fly Free achievement, which is rebellion at its finest, says the description. So pick up the can that's close to the edge of the screen, throw it at the picture here, and then we can climb up through the hole to get to here. And jump on the panel a couple of times and then call 6 and she'll come and help you. And you need to land on the panel at the same time as 6 does twice to get it to open. So, going through the underground passage, we're actually making it to the school now. Let's go ahead, pull this open. We need 6's help. Thank you. Right. So, we're going to hop up over the locker. Don't worry about the teacher for now. She can't do anything while we're here, so we're just going to keep moving, keep running all the way across. Move up towards the far side of the screen, and the bucket will easily miss you. You're going to have to be very directly in its path for that to hit you. As long as you're far away from it, you'll be fine, and a lot of those bucket traps are like that. So, running along here, again, run along the lockers, and just run around the trash can there, and you'll be fine. You won't get hit. Run all the way up this corridor, don't stop when you set off the trap. That way the locker won't hit you. You need to jump on top of that locker and then through the door. Slide here and keep crouched so that when this trap falls down it doesn't hit you, and you can just jump on top of it and on top of the table. And then we're going to come through here, and this is where 6 gets kidnapped. Keep moving along. You'll get trapped. Here come the bullies. They run away with 6. Okay. So, once we gain control, hop over the locker and grab the hammer. And we're gonna come over here and smash this bully. Smashy, smashy. And then we're gonna keep moving this way. Stand in the corner of this room and just use the hammer. You smash it on the floor, this bully will come over and get hit by his own trap, which is pretty funny. Stick to the edge of the screen and you'll be able to run right past the bucket as it's still swinging, and then hop up here and through the door. And as you come through here, you can find another glitched remain in the locker. That's our third one. Nice and easy. So we're coming up to the classroom section now. There's an achievement here tied to killing the bullies. And as this is a no deaths run, I've had to edit in how to do it. I'll show you how to get through this area safely first, because I feel like that's more important for this run. But as this is a 100% guide, or at least I wanted to make it that, I had to include this. So I've just edited it in after getting the successful attempt. You have to die to get this achievement. But I wanted to keep the no deaths going, so I've just edited it in from another attempt. When the teacher turns around back to the chalkboard, do the sprint crouch thing we talked about earlier, all the way over to the third desk, and then make sure you're close to the chair, and she won't see you. The kids won't become alert to you if you're close to them, so don't worry about that. Once she turns back around, head for the door, and when you're in here you can sprint again. Hop up here. Once you get a little way up and it starts toppling over, jump away, grab the key, and then run and hide in the box over here. You don't have to pick up the key straight away if you don't want to. You can hide first, and then when the teacher leaves, pick up the key. Entirely up to you. So, that's how you do this area safely. We'll come back here and I'll show you the way out in a second, but let's show you how to get the Bullies achievement. So, very similar initially to what we were doing before, but you move into the second desk this time. Wait at the second desk, and then when the teacher turns around, so you can time this properly, start sprinting for the room on the right. The kids will come after you, and when you get to here, hop up, and when you reach most of the way up, jump away, and as long as you kill 3 of the bullies, you should get your achievement. which is creative, efficient, brutal, top of the class. The description for that one. But yeah, back to the no deaths run. That death doesn't count, damn it. That was edited in, alright? Let's get to it. And you saw me do this successfully. So when the teacher moves away, wait till she's past her own desk, and then move into the classroom and get behind her desk. We're going to wait behind the desk for a second or two. You'll see her checking on the kids. And you can move up here if you want to the first desk. It's up to you if you do that or not. But I like to... just to make it nice and safe. You can use, if you're on mouse and keyboard, you can use the arrow keys to look around. Or if you're on controller, you can use the other control stick to look around, to look further into the room. So when she moves over here, we're going to move to the first desk. Make sure she's got her back towards you before you start moving. And wait by this first desk, because she's going to take a look at this kid and then move to the kid to the right. So when she's moving over, stay crouched. You can use the sprint crouch thing we talked about. And just head for the door. And that'll allow you to get through there without getting spotted. Nice and easy. Very safe. That strap is easy to replicate. Rather than doing anything risky, there's many ways to get through that room quicker. But we're just going for nice and safe strats. So, now that we're up here, we're gonna move along. And there's an achievement here for getting through this section without taking out the bully. So run to that one eye that I sort of ran up to and wait on the edge of it. When the bully gets knocked back from the rope, run over, grab the pipe, smash the door open, and when you get to here, you'll get the achievement pop. Let me take a look at what that achievement's called. Merciful Feet is what that one's called. Tempting, so tempting. So yeah, basically you have to get through that room without killing the bully. Which isn't that difficult, once you know how to do it. So, once you drop down into here and the bottle smash, come to the back and get in the box, the teacher's going to come up and have a look at what you're doing. As long as you're in the box, she won't see you and she'll bugger off. So once she's left, we're going to head to the right. You can jump over this glass jar if you want. I didn't know that at this point, so I had to hide again. If you jump over that glass jar, then you can get through this section without alerting the teacher again, which is nice. But doing it this way is fine too. She just comes back up and you have to get into this box until she leaves, and then we're going to climb up the rope blanket, get all the way up to the top, and right here we need to go and push the plank over in the back of this room, so head over there. The extra safe way to do this is to push over the plank and then run back and hide, but it's pretty much the same distance to the exit. So if you just push over the plank, run over it and get in the vent, you've got plenty of time to get away. She won't spot you. Just move as soon as you push over the plank. We're coming up here through this vent, down here. Don't move too fast as you come out of that vent or you might fall to the floor and get yourself killed. And all the way down here using the bookshelf, and grab the ladder, push it over to the middle shelf here, and we're going to climb up. Grab yourself the bucket. Let's put the bucket hat on. We'll try to stick with the latest hat, unless we need to switch. Sorted. Drag the ladder all the way across, climb all your way up, and we're going to drop down this ledge right here, hop across the gap, come up. Make sure you're moving quick here or the teacher will get you. Slide into the bookshelf, and she should leave you alone at this point. And then we're going to jump across here, come up, all the way around, hop across the gap. Make sure you're at the right angle before you take that jump. If you're not at the right angle, you'll sort of jump diagonally and end up getting yourself killed, so be careful. So once she starts going back around the bookshelf, we're going to have to go back this way and hide up here on the left. Otherwise, she'll spot us, which isn't a lot of fun. Okay, down we go. All the way to the right here, and we need to wait for her to be moving before we make this jump. I think I was just being patient and being careful. It doesn't hurt to wait a few extra seconds. Should be good to jump now though. And we need to move and grab the box that's in the back of this section and drag it to the door. So let's come up here, drag the box over to the door, get it done. Hop up here, open the door. There we go. And you can sprint through this section. I think I was being a little bit overly careful and crouching through it at first. But yeah, you can just sprint through here. We're just going on to the puzzle with the chess pieces. So we're going to come up here, over to the left. And over here, you can find the 4th glitched remains. I think that's the 4th one anyway. It's either the 3rd or the 4th. I don't remember. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the last one. If there's another one, I do show it anyway, so it's fine. I know I get all of them during this run. But the achievement for that is called School Kids. Nothing of us remains at the school. So come up here after you've grabbed that. Put the head on the rook, or the castle, if you're British. And slap. I think I was messing up the order here and not putting them in the right place, but you need to put the rook on the right side, but we need to get up onto the left first, so we're going to put the rook right there, jump up, grab the king's head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got these mixed up, but the king goes in the middle, but we need to put the rook head right here and grab the king. Yeah, the king doesn't go on this one, but I get the order right in a second. It's fine. In case you're wondering how this puzzle gets done, you can take a look at the solution behind that sort of projector screen, I guess, right there. Let's grab the queen's head, come down here, and yeah, here's the solution if you want to take a look at it. So the king goes in the middle, and the queen goes on the left where I've put the king at the moment. Let's go switch them over and sort it out. There we go. And that will unlock the bookcases over there. So let's hop up. There we go. And we need to grab the light. It's a sneaky switch. That will give us the key for this area. Let's go. And now we have the key, we just need to head downstairs. We've got some more stuff to do with the teacher. Let's keep going. Down we go. All the way to the right. Let's unlock this shit. Right. So let's pull out, I don't know what you would call this, I'm just going to call it a trolley. Let's pull that out and open up the door here. Ah, there is another glitched remains. Yeah, here we go. So you might get your school kids achievement. Maybe there's 6 in this section. I honestly don't remember. Or is that the 4th one? I don't know. I know I get them all anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But let's grab that one, and we're going to come back out here and push the trolley all the way across. So we can climb it and get up to the vent. There is a secret ending to this game in which you have to get all the glitched remains to see it. And I know we get that secret ending, so we definitely get all the glitched remains, so don't worry. We're going to get them all. Let's go ahead and smack this fast bully. And just keep facing the bullies. The key to killing these guys is to go for the attack as they go for their jump. So as you see them sort of crouch to go for their jump, that's when you want to start the swing, and you should kill them. That last one's head will come off whole, allowing you to put it on so that you can sneak through the next section. Off we go then. If you get too close to these guys, they'll push you. I'm not sure if you get pushed too many times if your hat comes off, but I don't think I've ever been pushed that many times. Twice, I think, is the most I've been pushed. Alright. Make sure you wait under the table there for that kid to push that thing off, otherwise it'll kill you. It can be pretty annoying to lose a run to that death right there. Okay. So once we come through here, we can climb up the shelves. And we need to keep following the way up here so that we can get to the jar that's at the top. Just follow along the path that I do. Simple stuff. Easy. Grab the brain here and then you can chuck it at the switch. So when you come into this room, wait underneath the first desk after going through the vent for her to turn around and walk over here and use the drawer. When she turns around, you can make your way to the gap that's in the far side of the room and wait under there for her to go through the door in a second. So, move through the door when she walks away. Make sure you don't go for the door until she walks through it. If you try and go too early, she'll like sort of glance behind her and spot you, so just be careful. Right. So when she turns around to put the first organ into the body, you can move up to where I am right now. And then she'll move over here to mess with the sink. And we're going to get behind the books and this other glass jar right here. And wait for her to come over to the left. And it's a good idea to wait for her to start writing on the chalkboard and then go for the jump. This next jump can be a bit finicky. You want to go for the jump at the end of the silver tray with the jar with the foot in it. But we'll wait for her to move over to the left before we do that. And once it's over there, hop over this. And you'll be good to go. Make sure you stay crouched through all your jumps and you'll be able to get through here without being spotted. And then through the vent. And this very simple section, we're just moving through the vent. So, pick up the hammer, come back towards the vent, and then start smacking the floor with the hammer. Again, wait for the bullies to come over. Smash them as they go for the jump, nice and easy. That trap will get set off by one of the bullies too, which is nice. Stick to slightly to the left here, not all the way to the left. You can mess up your hammer swings if you do. This bully's going to drop down. Again, we're going to smash her when she goes for the jump. We got this guy, smash him when he goes for the jump. And then we should be good. So for these two, you want to make sure you go for the one that comes out of the locker first. And make sure you get close to him, and then go for the other one. Make sure you're not in front of the door when you walk over the trap here. Come into here. I like to stand on the grate to get these two guys. Again, just wait for him to go for the jump, and then you can set 6 free, and we've got our back already. Let's go. Nice and easy. Sorted. So when you come in here, if you jump onto the piano and run across it a bunch of times, you'll get another achievement pop. What's that one called? Let's have a look. I forget, I think it's monotonous tones? No, monotones. My, what a curious song you play, and that's kind of a reference to the first game. There's an achievement in the first game that's the same as that. Running across the piano. Good stuff. And then when it falls down, you'll need to climb on top of it and jump on it with 6, and then you can push it through the floor. Nice and easy. It's kind of cute in a creepy way. Okay. So now that we're down here, we're gonna get 6 to give us a little boost. And we're gonna wait here for the girl to go back to the key and the doll that's on the floor, and then drop down. Wait here, and then 6 is gonna jump up on the piano we were just on. And that way we can get around to the pipe and take out the bully, make things nice and easy. Sorted. Use the key on the door. And make sure you don't sprint in this area. You might want to crouch walk. 6 will sneak up and kill this bully, but if you walk normally... And we need to pull open this drawer and hop up here. We've got to wait for 6 to catch up to us. Up we go. Sorted. So when you're in this room, you only want to move around when the teacher's playing the piano. And you can sprint around in here. Make sure you crank in the crank when she's playing the piano. And then we need to move this stool over to the far left of the room. You'll see 6 move along the platform above the teacher when it's in the right place. Off we go. Back up the way we came, across the platform. And we need to open up the vent. Sorted. So when you come in here, the teacher's going to come after you. Easy section. Just keep moving forward. Don't even need to be particularly fast. Jump across the 6. And that's pretty much it for the school. Yeah, I think there are 6 glitched remains in this area. There's one more in the streets here. My mistake. So we're going to come over here and push the dumpster. We need to wait for 6 though. Come on 6, mate, hurry up. Get over here. Alright, there she is. Let's give it a push. Almost an hour in then. So you need to push it into the rooftop over there in order to close the lid, and that way you can pull it all the way back. And you can jump on top of this thing and clear the gap. You need to make sure you pull it as far back as you can, otherwise you won't be able to make this jump. And there's that last glitched remains in the alleyway, and then we're going to come through here where 6 can get her raincoat. So that'll get you the achievement. I know I mentioned this before, but that will get you the achievements. Is it school kids? Yeah, school kids. Nothing of us remains at the school, and being right here. If you've already beat the game, you should have this one. I think it's called True Colors. This is where 6 gets her raincoat, basically. Yeah, you never know when you need protection from the elements. And I think a lot of people are theorizing that this game's set before the first game, because, and this is one of the main reasons, this is where 6 gets her raincoat. I think, I won't mention it now, just in case you haven't seen it. You'll see it at the end of this run. But let's continue. We'll hop up. We need to get a boost off 6. Alright, away we go then. Let's drop down. And push this thing open for 6 to get through. And there's 2 chapters down. Onto the school then. Good progress so far, good progress. I think chapter 4 is probably the longest chapter, but it's also the easiest to get through without dying, if you ask me. The ending's can be a bit finicky, but apart from that, it's pretty straightforward. Alright. Moving across to the right then. We need to push this door open. And 6 will luckily catch us as we get through. Let's hop across the gap here. And then we're going up. Okay. So we need to pull the fuse out of the wall. Right here, and we need to plug this in at the end of the room to open up the elevator. Jumping in right here then, and let's pull open the vent. We need 6's help. Cheers, mate. There we go. And let's get inside. I think we've just passed the 1 hour mark now. We're doing well. I'd say that this is probably the hardest chapter, in my opinion. Some very tricky areas. We've got a flashlight on the floor right here. Let's go ahead and open up the door, or head through the door. And we're going to go up here to get the glitched remains in this area. This is the first one. Again, I think there's 4 here. So there was 6 in the previous chapter, right? So we're up to 14 after this chapter. Keep heading over to the right. 6 is going to follow us. There's a bunch of achievements tied to this section. I think this next one is called Hunger. And it's to do with the vending machine. So we need to go over to the vending machine and just keep using it. If you haven't got this achievement, just keep using it until you get your achievement. I think you need to use it 6 times. Grab the can that's on the floor and chuck it at the switch. And we need to interact with the TV up here. In we go. Like I said before, you'll probably mess that one up twice. And then on the 3rd one, you'll get sucked into the TV. Get a little bit closer and 6 will drag you out. Right. So, there's a couple of achievements tied to this area. You'll probably struggle to get one of them right away, so I advise running straight past the X-ray machine first of all. There is one where you've got to hold 6's hand behind the X-ray machine, but something weird kept happening for me where if I did that first, when I came up here to get this hat that's on top of this shelf, it wouldn't let me pick it up. I just couldn't pick this up, and I think it's tied to doing the X-ray achievement, so you're better off grabbing that hat. This next achievement that we're going to do is tied to using the incinerator, or chucking this teddy into the incinerator whilst wearing the teddy hat. So pick up the teddy with the key in it, which is this rabbit one. And then we're going to just head straight to the left, and we'll come back and get the X-ray achievement in a minute. This achievement is called, let me have a look. Got my list of achievements here because the names on this game are a bit janky. Let's see. Toys are for kids. There, you'll be much warmer now. So basically, yeah, you got to bring the teddy down here. You have to do this to get the key anyway, but you just want to do this whilst wearing the teddy hat. So chuck it in. Six will also throw something in if you give her enough time. This doesn't really matter, but why not? And press the switch. And we'll wait for the door to come back up. Hop on in. Grab your key. And we're on our way out. Okay. So let's go and get that X-ray achievement I was talking about. This one's called X Best Friends. I see through you. So let's go up. The pictures for the achievements are more of a clue than anything else to these achievements. The descriptions don't really help you out that much. But let's hop up, turn on the X-ray machine, run behind it. Doesn't matter if you've got a hat on or not. And hold Six's hand behind the X-ray machine and your achievement should pop. Again, that one's called X Best Friends, I see through you. Right. Now that that one's done, let's head on up this way. If you're looking for a particular achievement, I might have mentioned this in the intro, but I'll timestamp them in the description so you can just skip to them if you like. Nice and easy. Right, so let's get moving. And when you come through here after using the key, if you come to the back of this area right here, you can find another glitched remains. That's our second one. And let's get going. We've got to go and deal with the hand that's in this area. He can be very annoying. So, I'm going to get a leg up from Six here. Let's go. Cheers, mate. Nice one. Keep running around to the right, and we need to pull this box from in the way of this gap. Get underneath. Let's get going. Hop up here. And if you just jump straight over the hand here and onto the table, you should be fine. And then we're going to keep sprinting to the right, hop up here and climb up the fence. Nice one. Oh, very close. And we're just going to keep going through the vent. Almost got grabbed there. I was lucky to get away from that. I got caught on the edge of the vent and didn't quite make it through, but we didn't die. That's all that matters. So let's keep heading over to the left. After we've ran through that short corridor. And you're going to have to jump over the hand here. Out here again. If you just keep moving towards the table you've got to jump on top of and jump up on it, you'll be fine. So, let me get down here. Let's go ahead, move into the light and grab the hammer. Don't worry about the fuse just yet. Just go for the hammer. And when you're fighting the hand here, when it gets close, swing for it and it'll jump back. Immediately just swing again and you should hit it. As soon as it gives you the opportunity to swing, just swing again and you should hit it on the second swing. So after 3, it'll stop coming after you, and there's an achievement here called "And Stay Dead. Better to be safe than sorry." And you just need to keep hitting the hand with the hammer until the achievement pops after it's dead. I'm pretty sure you have to hit it 5 or 6 times, but just keep going. If you haven't got that achievement already, just keep smacking it until your achievement pops. Nice and easy. And once you've done that, drag the hammer over here, grab this box of body parts out of the way, or mannequin parts, use the hammer to smash the window open, and then you can drop the hammer, you don't need it right here anymore. And let's go over to the fuse, grab that. We need to bring this with us, let's go. And we're on our way again. So chuck the fuse through the window, hop on through, pick it back up, and head back out the way we came. Six is having a great time popping fingers off this mannequin arm. She's such a family-friendly person. Let's get going. So, now that we've got this fuse, let's head all the way over to the left, and we need to put it in the socket over here. Pop it in. Head through here. And in here, you can find some corn. And what you want to do is head back down the elevator to the incinerator to chuck the popcorn or the corn into the incinerator and turn it on, and that'll get you the achievement popcorn. And the description for that one is movie night on the ward, all taken care of. Kind of a bit of backtracking you have to do for this one, but it's not that far. Nice and easy. Okay. Let's chuck it in. Flip the switch. Sorted. Off we go. Come on, 6. We're leaving. So now that that's done, let's head back to where we just put the fuse in. Continuing along. There's so many of these cheeky little achievements. Some of them are hard to figure out as well. But I do include them all in this run. I'm pretty sure you can get all of the achievements or get the platinum or whatever. There's actually an achievement for getting the platinum on this game for Xbox and Steam. Usually it's just PlayStation that has the platinum trophies, right? It's kind of cool. So once you get in here, come over and pull the switch and stand next to the hole you've just jumped through. Make sure you've got some distance from the mannequin that's on the far left. And he'll start scuttling towards you when the light turns off. So let's lure him out of the room, or out of the doorway a little bit. Turn the flashlight on, that will keep him in place. And if you're on keyboard and mouse, you're going to need to use the arrow keys, which can be a bit dodgy. I know it's not easy. I feel like this section's easier to do with a controller, so if you're struggling, you might want to switch to a controller. But I'm playing on mouse and keyboards. This kind of shows you that it is doable. Not impossible. So come up this corridor, through the doorway, and you can just pretty much keep moving to the left here until you're at the very end, and then you want to look back with the flashlight to keep these guys in place. Crouch under the bed. And again, you can do the same thing moving through this room until you really need to use the flashlight. Just turn around, freeze everybody. You need to keep these buggers away. You'll need to look up and right. And then you can just move towards the hole in the door and keep looking back with the flashlight until you're next to it to jump through. Most of these mannequin sections are pretty easy. There's one that I think is particularly difficult, but I found a strategy that's really, really good to get through it with these. So, hopping up there, crawling through the vent, down here, and in this room you can find a piece of cheese next to the bed, and we need to grab that so that when we come up here you can squeeze through the bars right here. And there's a glitched remains in this room, kind of struggling to get through the bars, but there's a sneaky room right here on the left. It's like a cell, and we need to chuck the cheese into the hole, and that will get you the achievement objection, which is some holes are more picky than others. Chuck that cheese into the hole, and also you've got that glitched remains right there. Nice and easy. So on our way back out then, we got to run through this hallway in which we get grabbed at by all the mannequin arms. Let's keep on moving. It's kind of a zigzag pattern you need to use to get through there. Turn on your flashlight when you get down here if it's not already on, because you need to freeze this mannequin to get past him. You don't actually have to press anything for your flashlight to stay on that mannequin. It will just do it on its own, which is nice. And then same with this guy. As long as you're running in a straight line, your flashlight will stick on him. If you want to be extra safe and use the arrow keys or use the control stick to keep your flashlight on him, that's up to you. But I found that if you just keep moving straight, your flashlight will stick on him anyway. So dropping into this room, Move this box in the back of the room out the way and into the vent right here. And then you can come through here and get into the sneaky room there and get the glitched remains. That's another one. I think that's all of the glitched remains for the hospital. And that'll get you the achievement Sick Kids, I think it is. Nothing of us remains in the hospital. Nice and easy. So once you've done that, you can turn the light on here so that you can see better to pick up a bar of soap and throw it at the switch to open the cell door here. But you need the light to be off to get the mannequin to chase you. And then you want to use the flashlight to keep him in place, to come back over here, pull the switch, turn the lights on, and that'll hold him in place and allow you to leave. If you turn the light on, you're going to have to turn it back off anyway to get him to get off the chair, so you might as well just leave it off. Makes it a little bit dark. I know it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing in that area, but it's honestly not that difficult. If you want to make it a little bit easier on yourself, just turn the light on while you throw the soap and go and get that glitched remains. So this room is probably the hardest part with the mannequins. If you come over to the back of the room and keep your flashlight in front of you until you reach about here and then face downwards with it and then back, you can pretty much just walk backwards through the rest of the room. Makes this room a hell of a lot easier. When you get to around where I started running, you can just start running. Sorted, nice and easy. There's another achievement here called Medicine Ball. And for it, you want to pick up the medicine ball and chuck it at the mannequin arms after you escape them. And that will get you the achievement. The description for that one is any other last requests. Nice and easy. Hop up on the stool, jump across and grab the lever. And then you have the other fuse. So let's chuck the fuse into the hole right here. 6 will come and get it. Sorted. She'll open up the door for you to get back to it. Beep. Cheers, mate. So now that that's done, she'll grab that fuse out if you just run out of the rooms. Either way, she's going to grab one of the fuses, so I just let her grab that one and you can come back out here and grab this one when she comes through. Nice and easy. And let's go and pop these 2 fuses in so we can use the elevator and get out of here. There we go. And into the elevator then. Done and done. Right, all the way down. So, moving through this corridor, this is where we get introduced to the doctor shortly. We've got another situation with the hands to deal with first. This area can be a little bit RNG as to where the hands will come after you. They can come from a few different spots, so it is possible to die here. I managed to get lucky with the RNG in this try, and they sort of came at me in the right order for me to get through. I don't think there really is a way to manipulate their RNG too much. It's just kind of luck. But you just gotta fight a few hands. Sometimes you gotta get them hands dirty, you know what I mean? So come over here towards the box and the pillar. I found that this was the best place to stand to get through this without getting too overwhelmed. At first you're only going to have to fight one hand. Use the same method as before, where as soon as it gets close, take a swing, it'll jump back, and if you swing again immediately, you should hit it. You need to hit each hand 3 times to kill it. And sometimes the hands can come from behind the boxes, sometimes they'll run from the other side of the room. And when you've got to fight 2 here, if they both run from the same spawn point, it can be really difficult to deal with them both at the same time. That's usually how I end up getting killed. But I got lucky and they separated. And there we go. So once you've killed them both, drop the pipe, head over here and help 6 with the planks. Here we go. Jump through the gap. if you flick your flashlight out here, your character aims the flashlight at the masks on the wall, which is pretty cool. So I also think it's kind of cool what Six does here. I was paying attention to the doctor when I first saw this, but you can see Six sort of tell you to be quiet. She gives you a bit of a shh. But wait for the doctor to move over to the right. Hop up here. He actually heard me here. If you're slower than I am, you can use these boxes for cover and get past him quite easily. So I had to make a break for it to conserve my no-death run. And I came back through the vent to just try and avoid him. And he came back into this room. And I went back through when he came in here. And managed to hide under one of the beds, and he didn't find me. He left me alone. And went back to doing his normal thing. But it wouldn't let me go back through the vent here. I'm not sure if I was trying to go through an angle, but luckily he calmed down. The safer way to do that is to just go slower than I did. I think my mistake was sprinting. You can just move between the boxes in that area, and it's quite straightforward to get through that first bit. Right. So once he starts moving over here, we're going to move across to the next bed. And you'll see him head towards the back. Basically, when he moves to the back, you want to start moving back with him. We need to grab an item to throw at a switch from back there. So it should be good now when he's examining these people to move to at least the first bed. You can keep moving if you want to get to the second bed. If you want to be a little bit risky, it's kind of tight though. It's kind of a tight window to do that. So it's up to you. Feel free to take your time. Basically, when he's got his back turned to you doing his thing, you've got plenty of time to scooch across to the next bed, grab the things you've got to get. So we want to grab this block. Again, he spotted me here. I'm being a bit too rushy. I managed to move across to the other side. I think I was very lucky here. You might want to be more patient than I'm being. It's so easy for him to catch you in these sections. Okay, let's go. So we need to move further down than this, but I actually just waited here. I thought I'd push my luck a bit too much, and I thought I might as well just wait. Be careful, play it safe. Alright. So we'll bugger off in a minute. And then we can come down here, and we want to chuck the block of the switch and then move back. Don't sprint. Make sure you just walk or crouch walk. Get under the table where 6 is. And then this guy will go into the next room. Wiggle about a bit. And then he'll head through the gap that's to the left of him right now. Go on, mate. Bugger off. There we go. So, once he's gone through there, we want to hop up here and climb all the way up. Sorted. There's many quicker ways to do this. You can fall through the holes in the roof. Sort of use the doctor to bonk off and get sort of ahead of yourself, but we're just going to do things normally. So we're just going to keep moving all the way along. And go to the hole that's on the far side of this room, drop through it. Drop down here. And we need to pull out the drawer that's in this section right here. When we're inside the box, 6 will push it closed so we can get into the next room. There we go. And we need to pull out this drawer so that we can jump across to get to the key that we need. But there's a mask in this room. So let's go ahead and get the mask first. Before we start hopping along platforms. Doesn't hurt to pull that out first, but in this freezer drawer, you can find the mask. I guess it's the mummy mask. Bam. bandages or something. Let's go ahead and put that bad boy on. There it is, bottom right. Beautiful. You look good. Alright, now that we've got that, let's go and pull this drawer out also. Hop up, jump up, and grab the next one. And now we can do our little platformer jumps to get across to the key that's in this room. So let's hop up here, grab the door, drop down, jump across to the thing we pulled out, jump up here, and grab the key that's right there. Sorted. So we're going back. Let's hop up this. Let 6 pull us back through. Here we go. And we're going to use the key to unlock this door. Job's a good one. So in this room we need to climb the cabinet just over here. Let's get going. All the way up. Jump the gap here. Jump the next gap. Into the vent. And let's climb all the way up. Very good, very good. And come over here, crouch under the sink, and just wait for the doctor to come on over towards you. He's gonna wash his hands, and we're gonna go for it when he turns around again. So get underneath this table and then wait for him to come back over. He'll grab the saw that's in the sink that we were hiding under a second ago. Then he'll bugger off again. Let him do his thing. We're gonna go this way, and we need 6 to give us a leg up. Come on, mate. Thank you. Up we go. And I don't know where I'm going right now. We need to climb up here and use this ladder. All the way up. Once we get up here, we need to drop down and grab the switch. Be careful when you're doing this. It's easy to miss the switch. Just make sure you've lined it up properly. Grab the switch. And then run underneath the table, underneath the ladder we used a second ago. Wait under here until the doctor has pulled the switch and goes behind the curtain. Don't go just yet, just wait. Now's the time to go. Let's get it. Okay. So run over to the back of the room. Pull open the drawer that I'm pulling open right now. And then we need to jump up these platforms to grab the fuse. So all the way up, grab the fuse. Very nice. Okay, let's go through the door. And this section can be a bit tricky. This is kind of like the escape. You want to make sure you line up with the door properly to make it through before 6 does. And that way, when you're running here, she'll push you forward and you'll stay ahead of her. You also have to time the slide right, which can be a bit tricky. Well, let's get going. I know I'm a casual playthrough, I died here a bunch of times. Right. Crawling under the beds then. We need to jump into the incinerator here. Don't know why he doesn't grab 6. He just goes after us, but whatever. There is a table there as well. I feel like it would make more sense if 6 hid under the table for a second, but we need to crawl underneath, pull open the bars, and there's an achievement here for not pulling the switch, just locking him in. There's a cool scene where if you pull the switch, 6 sort of crouches down and warms her hands on the fire. 6 is very sick and twisted. She needs Jesus, but we're just going to leave him in there. That achievement is called... Let me see if I can find it. It's here somewhere. What's that one called? Fast do no harm. It's crueler to let him live. So... Yep, and that's the hospital done. Okay then. Moving on to chapter 4. So this chapter is the Pale City. Probably the easiest chapter, but definitely a long one. Takes a little while to get going, but we'll get there. So we need 6 to help us open up this window. Come on, mate. Thank you. Let's crouch on through, and then when we come through this window, if we head to the back here, there's a manhole we can go down, and this is where the first glitched remains are in this area. Right here, sitting on the edge. Pretty sure there's 4 to get in this chapter. All the way back up the ladder then, that's pretty much all we came down there for. You do add on a bunch of time getting these glitched remains, but there's not that many of them. There's like 20 or so throughout the game. And they're not too off track. Just kind of have to veer off the path you need to take. And they're pretty well hidden. Most of them you can't really see until you approach, and that's what can make them very sneaky. Heading along the normal path here then, there's no real danger here. Just need to keep going. Keep moving forward. Some very cool imagery and scenery in this chapter. Right, heading up the stairs, all the way up. Keep it moving. And once we're up here, we want to head to this door. This guy is going to fall through. You don't need to wait around, you can just run with him. He won't attack you. Let's just keep going. Hop up on the TV. I thought I'd wait here to watch 6 kick this guy. She's so savage. Hop through the window, up the ledge and onto the ladder. All the way up. And jump across. Through the window. And into the next area. So once you know how to get through this chapter, it's actually pretty straightforward compared to some of the others. I'd say the most dangerous part of this chapter is at the very end. So once we're done there, we need 6 to help us open up this door. So let's just wait. Here she comes. She's taking a sweet time. Grab the handle, open it up. And we just need to go through the vent in the corner. Okay. Let's keep going. Jump across onto the elevator, and then down onto the next platform, and then back into the elevator. And then we need to pull the switch. And once it's on its way up, we want to jump across here. Instead of going all the way up with it. You need to time your jump to make sure you get onto that ledge. That first jump isn't really that difficult because the momentum of the elevator will sort of push you up as you jump, so you'll get some extra momentum. It will keep pushing you upwards. But it's really the next jump that we need to do that's kind of difficult because the elevator's heading down. You get the opposite momentum, and so you need to jump really early in order to get it. But come over here, open up this drawer, grab the key, and head this way and unlock the elevator for 6 to get out. She'll come out, but we need to go in and pull the switch. And you need to make sure you jump early for this next jump, about here or so. You can see that I really didn't get any height from that jump because the elevator's heading down, so that's why you need to jump really early. And we're going to climb back up here, all the way back around, hop across, all the way up. Okay, now that we're up here, we want to get 6 to give us a hand pulling the switch. Cheers, mate. And now you need to position yourself in front of the elevator so that you could jump on it when it comes past. And once you get up here, head over to the far left corner and pull this box out of the way. This is where we can get another one of the glitched remains. There's 2 glitched remains very close to each other around here, but let's squeeze on through this vent, grab the glitched remains, and then go back through the vent. There we go. And all the way across to the other side of this room then. Let's keep going. Hop up here. Keep following the rooftop across. And you have to climb up the sort of weird fence there, but we're gonna jump up these boxes and into this window first to get the next glitched remains. There it is. And that's 3 of those found already. Kind of a weird glitch thing happened here where I was stuck between the box and the wall, but it worked itself out in the end. Okay, so now we can climb up here. 6 will follow us shortly. Let's go all the way up. And we need 6 to give us a leg up right here. And here she comes. Cheers, mate. And then we need to use this crank to bring the coat hanger over to her. Make sure you turn it the right way. There we go. Get her across. And wait for her to be reaching for us and then jump to grab her hand. There we go. Easy. So we're going to climb all the way up. And she needs to give us another leg up so we can get this ladder down. Come on, mate. There we go. Climb all the way up then. And follow the ladder around. Jump up onto the drain pipe. Keep it going. And once you're up here, hop over to the platform and through the window. Taking me a couple of attempts to get this jump. Now let's jump up here. Let's keep going. And we need to push this door. There we go. Once we land here, let's run as soon as we can. Keep going. Need to make this jump around here somewhere. There we go. The roof's gonna collapse. You might think you die here, but you don't. Flashlight just gets wrecked. Then we need to quickly go and help 6. Let's run over there. Pull her out. She's fine. Okay. So once you regain control, keep moving to the right. Get 6 to give you a leg up here. Up we go. And we're going to run to the room that's in the back, right here. We'll wait patiently for 6 to catch up to us while we interact with this TV. Again, this should take 3 attempts to get it to focus. Taking its sweet time. There we go. As always, we're going to head towards the door. We actually get to the door during this one. Let's go, go, go. Nice. So as soon as you get control here, you want to get moving, because this guy's coming. Run, run, run. Okay, let's keep going. We're going into the other room now, and we want to slide under the bed in this room. Oh dear. Now that that's done, head back out of the room and go back up towards the room where we just used the TV and interact with the TV. Let's go. TV's gonna spit us out over here. And when you gain control, hop up on top of this dresser and climb up the bookshelf. All the way up. And hop up here. And then head towards the TV over here on the side. We're gonna move into that. And then we need to use the crank that's just on the left side of that. Just go ahead and start turning it. Move it away from you towards the ladder over there. Beautiful. And then hop up. Use the door. And then we can go through that TV to get over to the other side where that ladder is. Puzzles in this game are pretty cool. A little simpler than they were in Little Nightmares 1, I feel, but still pretty good. All the way up then, especially in the DLC. The DLC had some really cool puzzles that were kind of hard to figure out in Little Nightmares 1. I'm moving across the rooftops here then. Fairly straightforward platforming, no secrets. Jumping across this hook. Yep. Just keep going. Down here. Back up. And through this window that's over here. Okay. So we need to head down here. You can try and grab the ladder if you want to save yourself from taking... or stopping for a second when you hit the floor, so it stuns you, right? We just need to grab the remote and turn this TV on, and then use that TV to get up top. There we go. And head for the open door. And down here, back on ourselves, is where we can find another one of the hats. So let's go into the vent, pick up the hat, equip the hat. I think by this point you should have the half of the hat's achievement. But let's put the hat on. We will need to use this hat to get one of the achievements soon. So make sure you're wearing it. And we're following the vent through. Yeah, I think the achievement's called half hat for getting half of them. It would be cliche to collect them all. So once you get along here after going through the vent, you need to pull this cart out with all the mail on it. Just pull it out to about here or so. And then come over here and turn the TV on. Use the TV. And then jump across. Use that light to swing over. And jump up here onto the chair. Keep going. And then now we can use that cart full of packages to jump across to the next platform. And we want to go over here. Hop up. And use the coat hanger. I think I fell off here. Yeah. Let's go back around again. There we go. Almost did it again. And once you're done using this coat hanger, you want to go back on yourself and through the window onto the rooftop. And then over here you can find, I think, the last glitch remains of the game. So first of all, grab that, but also you can find the statue, which is the only statue of its kind in the game, but you might recognize that from Little Nightmares 1. Smashing that will get you the Unladylike achievement, which is Hello, Have We Met? And you'll also get the Pale Kids achievement there, which is none of us remains in the Pale City. That's all the glitched remains in the Pale City. And what's the one for getting them all? I don't know if there is one for getting them all. I think there is. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, no more remains. Nothing of us remains anywhere. Bravo. So when you come here, you want to move over to the balcony and turn on the TV. And then come back over here and turn off this TV. Make sure you're standing behind the chair here. That way she won't see you and she'll go straight for the TV that's on the balcony out there. And then turn the TV back on. Move into the TV. Then you'll end up over here. Beautiful. And then let's hop over this way. Moving across these planks. Just trying to be careful here not to fall off and die. Last thing I want to do at this point is catch a death. Up we go. And we need to turn on the TV that's on the opposite platform. And then turn off this TV to get this guy's attention. He's going to run and fall off. And then turn on the TV. Move into it. Easy stuff. Okay. Keep moving to the right. And we're going to drop down onto this rooftop right here. Let's keep moving. Hop across this bed. And we need to use the coat hanger. Off we go. Right, keep moving. All the way to the right. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. Drop down the hole. And before you use this TV, move to the right. Jump up through the window. push this TV off the ledge here. Up we go. Let's turn on this TV. Move into it. Sorted. It'll spit you out onto this ledge. Climb up. And we need to run over here and pull the planks off the door on the far right side. So let's keep going. Took a plank to the face there. Now that that's done, get yourself running to the left. As soon as you pull off that second plank, you want to run back to the switch and pull it to get this guy killed. And then let's crank the switch back so that we don't get electrocuted, and then head through the door that he came through. Keep moving to the right then. And when you're here, you'll want to turn on the TV and then move to the vent. Hop up. If you fall down here, you need to jump on the blockage a few times to get down. And over on the right side, you can see the suitcase. You'll want to open that suitcase. And inside, you'll find a package. Grab that package. Make sure you're wearing the hat I'm wearing, which I guess is the postman hat. And here you go, mate. Have your package. That'll get you the achievement. And let me find it. Post-industrial. You punctuated someone's day. Maybe they'll notice. Sorted. So once you're done with that, drag this package all the way over to the switch on the right side. And we're going to jump up. Pull that switch. Up we go. Sorted. And once you get in here, you'll want to turn on the TV. And then jump up and pull the switch. Send the elevator up. We need to get onto this middle floor that we're about to see. So we need to do some cheeky elevator tricks to do that. So what we're going to do here is jump up on the TV, pull the switch again, move through the TV in the elevator, and then move back through, jump onto the top of the elevator. Sorted. And then we're on the middle floor. Beautiful. Okay, so keep moving over to your right. We need to pull this box out of the way. Sorted. And don't go too far when you reach this room or you'll get electrocuted, which is not fun. Jump up on top of the toilet seat and then run and jump. Make sure you're holding the jump button. You get a little bit more distance when you hold jump on this game. Turn the TV off in this room and then go back. Jump across the electrified water, lead this chick into it, she will die, and then we're going to go back. I don't think the water's electrified after that point. I think it gets turned off when she dies, but never hurts just to make the jump just in case. Pull the stool that was in front of the TV over to the right side so we can open up the door. Hop up, pull that handle. And don't move through this area too quick. If you keep moving forward too much, you'll miss the dumpster here and get yourself killed. So be careful with that. And once you fall down, jump up through this window and follow around the path to the back to find the cart that we need to use to get through this next section. But there's a hat up on one of the shelves and we need to use the cart to get to it. So push the cart all the way over here to the shelf. It's on my left right now. Kind of struggling to move this thing. It's bumping into stuff. That'll do. Get it moving. Jump up there. Hop up onto the shelf. And jump up on top of the packages. Grab the hat. Put it away. Save that for later. We can put it on right now if you want to. I like just keep the most recent hat we've collected on. There we go. So now we need to go back to the cart, and push it down the ramp. You might want to push it down sideways. I think I pushed it down sort of long ways, the way you would think to push it down. But if you push it down sideways, you give yourself sort of more of a platform to jump across in a second. So it's up to you how you push it down. Just bear in mind that if you push it down sideways, it'll probably work out a little bit easier for you. So we need to jump across here, using the cart as a platform. Lining up my jumps here, I didn't want to die. There we go. And down we go, through the door here. Up onto the desk, and then up onto the shelf. Kind of a little back and forth that we have to do in this area. Through the vent, don't move through too fast or you'll fall down into the water, which is not fun. The camera kind of takes a second to move forward, so you might want to edge a little bit to the right side until the camera switches. So now that you're over here, push the cart round to the other side of this shelf. I know this is kind of a long task, but we'll get it done. Keep pushing. Bring it over here to the back, in line with the table on the right that has the TV on it. There we go. I was trying to sort of put it sideways here so I could have more of a platform, because we've got to go and turn the electricity back on so that the TV is on. So you've still got to avoid the electricity here. So let's go back, up over this, through the door, up onto the desk. Again, up into the vent. Make sure you don't move too far to the right too quickly. Not because you'll die, but just because it's annoying to fall and have to go back around again. Alright, so now that the electricity is back on, we need to go back over here, jump across to the cart, jump across to the TV, and we can finally move through it. Kind of a long room, that one, but sorted. Right. So when you're here, jump up onto the TV, jump up onto the window. Again, don't move through too fast so you don't fall all the way down. Don't want to take too much of a fall and kill yourself. So now that you're here, you want to turn the TV on. That's over here in the window. Come back over this way and then turn off the TV that's here. Move all the way to the right. And those two people will just go straight to the TV that's here. When they're both looking at the TV, we're going to move past them and go to the TV that they were looking at. Turn it back on first of all. Be quick here, because these people are going to come through the fence and try and get to the TV. And as soon as you get through the TV, you want to start moving to your right. You need to be quick through this section or these people will catch up with you. Around this table, hop up onto the ledge, through the gap in the wall, run around the shelves. Keep moving all the way down the aisle here, and move through the TV. Sorted. Good to go then. So moving to our right now. And keep on going. We're going to jump up straight out of this room. And go interact with the TV. To try and pull 6 out. So as soon as you gain control again, start moving to the back. And grab the axe that gets knocked off the chair. Grab that. Smash through the door. Sorted. And put it down as soon as you get through the door. Hop up here and climb up the planks to go through the hole in the wall. Need to be quick or this guy will catch you. And we're going to climb out to freedom. Okay. So once you reach this area, don't worry about the first hole in the floor. It's really the second one you've got to worry about, so just keep moving. I think I did stop here being a little bit like, is he going to show up? But I don't think he does. So let's just keep going. Maybe if you wait longer, he comes and checks that one. But wait about here or so, and he'll start looking through the hole in the floor. You want to wait until the screen flickers black. Like that, and you'll hear that noise letting you know that he's gone. And then you can move past the hole and move to the other vent hole. And when you drop down, you need to jump through another hole. And as soon as you fall down here, grab the stool and start pulling it over to the ledge on the right. Once you get it to about here or so, hop up the ledge, pull the plank off the window, and through we go. I don't think you need to jump at the bottom of the slide here, but you do need to grab. So be ready to grab the ledge. And we need to get moving here, because this guy's going to chase us, so let's get going. This is probably the hardest part of the chapter, if you ask me, although it's really not that difficult still. Make the jump here to the other train, and you see Slenderman wannabe, off-brand Slenderman, coming at you from the back of the train. Hop across the gap here, keep going, keep going. Jump up the boxes, through the door. Keep going, keep going. We need to jump across another gap. Try your best not to get nudged by the chairs here, just keep moving. Jump up, grab the switch, through the door. Keep going, we need to slide under the gap. And then we need to pull the lever and make sure we pull it towards him. To our left. That'll allow us to escape. See you later, mate. Sorted. And now we've only got the finale left to get through. Final little chapter. This is a really short one. Once you know what you're doing here, it's really not very difficult. Okay. So we're just following 6's glitch remains here. Right. All the way up. Slow but steady progress. We're almost at the end. Okay. He's back. Kid takes off his hat here, which is kind of annoying. I worked hard for that hat. Keep the hats, dude. Okay. Whatever. So you need to move towards him with the directions on that one. but when his hand moves to different sides, you need to move in that direction to get him killed. You'll have to do this 3 times. Sit down, Slenderman. Okay, so you need to hold forward here, and I was kind of just standing there for a second like a stupid, but I think I got a little bit distracted. But yeah, you just need to hold forward. We'll get there in the end, I promise. There we go. Go. And now we just need to move into this door. Really not a lot left of the game now, probably like another 15 minutes or so. We are nearly done. Credits on this game are actually really long. I should mention as well that there's a couple of achievements you get, or one in particular that you get for loading up a new game. There's a hat you unlock for beating the game, and you need to load up a new game or load a chapter and put that hat on to get the last achievement you'll probably need. So move towards the pink doorway here. When it closes, move off to your right and go through this door. Up the stairs. And basically, in these areas, you need to follow the music through the doors. So just keep listening for the music. You have to go back on ourselves here and through the door we just came through. Eventually, you'll end up on another set of stairs. Yup. The next door we need to go through is a little bit further down the way. Here we go. I'm not sure if it's the same every time, but I know that basically you just want to listen to the music, follow the music. It's the easiest way to put it. And keep going, keep going. Right. Again, keep following the music. Once you come through, you can open up that other door by pushing it open. Straightforward. Very easy stuff. Keep it moving, keep it moving. So you have to push over that plank and then go through the door in that area. Otherwise you'll find yourself having to reset the room. So make sure you push over that plank before you go through any of the doors and just keep following the music. Simple stuff. Okay, so we're going into this room now. let's go. Right. So once 6 has retreated to her corner, call out to her. She'll move towards you. I think you need to do it twice. She's obviously called 6 because she's got like 6 elbows here. But once she's moved to about here and put her music box in front of you, run to the other side of the room, pick up the sledgehammer, come across, and smack it with the hammer. There we go. So we got a few scenarios here in which we've got to beat up 6's music box. Okay, so once you gain control here, get moving straight away back through the door. And keep running through this hallway, and then we're going to go down here. Keep going, keep going. You want to be quick through this area or 6 will smash you through this door. Keep moving to the right. And jump across to the vent. Hide under the table in this room. You would think that 6 would be more knowledgeable about the hiding places you guys would use, but obviously not. She leaves the table uncovered for some reason. She opens the door for you, get moving through it, and come over here, rip the axe out of the door, and then smash through the door that it's in. Right here. Give it a smash. Right. Once you're in this room, run to about here and then shout at 6, and she'll go for the left door, and then just go and smash the music box. And then you'll gain control in this area. You need to move to the left and grab the axe and smash through another door. Takes a second for Mono to stand up. There we go. Okay. Through. So grab the axe that's on the floor right here, move to the other side of the room, and then shout here. Move through the door, head up, shout right here, move through the door on the left, and then go for the music box. Again, we're going to have to move. I think it's actually quicker to go to the right because the axe is like in front of you, but you can go left or right to get to the door. Doesn't really matter. It's just a little bit quicker if you go to the right side. You don't have to run around the door like I am here. And there we go. Grab your axe. So this one's a little bit more difficult. The axe is in the middle of the room and you've got to go and get it. So what you want to do here is shout, run back through the door, hop up, grab the axe, and then move back down. And then, when 6 has calmed down, move over to the other side, shout, and then go back through the hole. Go up, shout here to get her attention, move through the door, and then smack the music box. And we've got to smack it one more time. You'll spawn up in front of 6 with the axe. So grab the axe. And once you picked it up, you just need to move pretty much straight forward. Shout when you're just before you reach the carpet. Oh, managed to miss there. Don't know how, but there we go. And then 6 will come back to us. Hit it again. Sorted. Beautiful. Those fights are actually pretty easy once you know what to do. First time I did them it was a little bit difficult, but a little bit of practice goes a long way, I guess. Right, so let's go, 6. So let's hop across the gap here, jump up onto the bookshelf, keep moving, jump in the gap, keep going, keep going. And once you reach this part, you're going to have to wait a second for it to get nudged over. You make the jump, get going, hop up here, jump this gap. This is pretty much the last dangerous section, but as long as you keep moving forward, you're fine. Keep going, keep going. We're so close. Big oof. Okay. And off she goes, betrayed. Left us to rot. One interesting thing is that, like, throughout the entire game, 6 has been like helping you, you know, like saving you when you've almost fell. Like there's many occasions where you'll like almost fall off a ledge and 6 will catch you, or she has to help you get out of an area or something, and it's kind of like she's keeping you around because she knows she needs you to do certain things, and then it gets to a point where she doesn't need you anymore, or she feels like she doesn't need you anymore. So she lets you go. I mean, it would have been dead a good few times over if it wasn't for 6, you know? Like in the hospital, for instance, when you open up the door and she catches you. There's a good few sections like that throughout the game where 6 could have let us die, but she didn't. Well, I'll explain a little bit more in a second or so. And a theory that some of the people in my chat over on Twitch were talking about. But yeah, it's almost as if 6 has only kept you around because she knows that she may need you for a while. Okay. Also, because we've got all the glitched remains, we'll get to see the secret ending, which is pretty cool. So, Mono becomes the Slenderman wannabe, that guy that was chasing you from the TV and stuff. Yeah, some people were saying, or theorizing, that the reason 6 let you go is because when she was pulling you up, she sees your face and then realizes that you're him, like she recognizes you. Obviously throughout the majority of the game, Mono's wearing a mask, so she doesn't actually see his face, or maybe that's the way the game's intended. That might also be why in the final chapter they made it so that Mono doesn't have his mask, so 6 is forced to see your face, kind of thing. Yeah, kind of an interesting theory. Obviously that's why the Slenderman takes 6 and is angry at her or whatever. But yeah, it could be that 6 knows that you're him, so that's why she let you go. Didn't save you that time. Or it could just be that 6 is a savage and she just doesn't care about anybody but herself, which is also very possible. And also, like I talked about before, it could also be that she was just keeping you around while she felt like she needed you for stuff, you know, until she was done with you. But yeah, a lot of people believe that this game is set before the first Little Nightmares, and I think this secret ending is why. This is the ending you get to see for getting all of the glitched remains. So if you take a look at that picture that the glitched remains of 6 looks at, it kind of looks like the Moor, which is the ship that's that you're on in Little Nightmares 1. It kind of looks like some... You can definitely see the sea there, but it looks like some circular structure in the sea. But it looks like it might have a lighthouse on the top of it, and the lighthouse is where you end up at the end of Little Nightmares 1, at the very end. So that's pretty cool. But either way, let me know if you have any ideas about, or what you think about the ending, or what you think might have gone on, why 6 betrayed you. But also, I hope this has helped you out if you've watched it to get some achievements. There is one more thing you've got to do though if you want all of the achievements, and that's just load up a new game and equip the other hat. I'll quickly show you that now, but either way I just wanted to say thanks, and let me know if there's or if this has helped you out. And there's also some guides for Little Nightmares 1 if you would like to check those out. Much love for watching to the end, I appreciate that. Let me just show you that other achievement real quick. We'll get to that right now. Okay, so what you really need to do here is just load up a chapter you've already played. I just loaded up the first chapter. We have to watch this little cutscene again. And put on the hat that you unlock at the very end. So go through this little cutscene. Again, at the end of this, I'll link around some of my other guides for Little Nightmares for you. They might be on screen right now, actually. So this will get you the achievement Prime Time Content Consumer once you put this hat on, and also How Do I Look? You should have already unlocked the All Hats achievement, which is called Far Ahead. Hats are very important to some people. How Do I Look? Which is perfect. It's so you. And you can see the hat there. And Prime Time Content Consumer. Your life is now free of challenges. Congratulations. So that's everything. Much love. Let me know if it's helped you out. Have yourself a fantastic day. Let me know if it helped you out in the comment section again. And until next time, take it easy.